Dear Tottenham Hotspur, I am no football expert, but I'm addicted to your well-being and have been for most of my life. My memory is not great in terms of games and results, so you'll have to forgive me. But I grew up during the Paul Gascoigne and Gary Lineker era, with my favourite player back in the day being Teddy Sheringham. However, I still do appreciate a kicker, a leader or organiser, like a Mabbutt, a Dury, a Dembele, a Dyer, a Samways, an Alderweireld, a Vertonghen, a Ferdinand, a Poyet, a Goff. I also appreciate the culture and skill of a Modric, a Bale, a Gascoigne, a Ginola, a Kane, a King, a Waddle, a Son, an Eriksson, a Van der Vaart, a Crouch, a Carrick, a Berbatov, a Klinsmann, a Keane, an Ali, a Dembele and a Hazard. And the clinical, Lineker and Defoe, and the memories of Freund, Thorstved, Edinburgh, Sissoko, Naeem and Rosenthal. I started supporting Spurs not with the idea of winning, but with the idea of exciting possession football and playing football the way I believed it should be played. Spurs had the history of Hoddle, Ardiles, Villa, just to name a few. And the motto of today is to do, which has been bandied about enough in recent times. Obviously, it's been a roller coaster over the years, and I apologise for the Graham, Mourinho, Conte years and the rest. Those eras spread cracks through the club's foundation, causing fan to argue against fan, all driven through the hunger for glory and trophies. I could at least understand that viewpoint, but didn't agree myself that football should be sacrificed. How do you define football, though? I do understand football comes in different forms, and beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, and you've got to cut your cloth and all that. Some like the fast and direct Palace, or the battling Everton, or the slow and intricate City, or something in between. The truth is, we all have no choice. It depends on circumstance, family, and a hope that the powers that be reflect the club's history and fans. I'm no great historian either, and have tried unsuccessfully to educate myself on our past legends by buying many historical DVDs. But talking about glory brings up the famous quote by Danny Blanchflower. The game is about glory. And without context, this could have backed up the Mourinho-like appointments, until you read the whole quote. The great fallacy is that the game is first and last about winning. It is nothing of the kind. The game is about glory. It is about doing things in style, with a flourish, about going out and beating the other lot, not waiting for them to die of boredom. Decision makers, one in particular of our great club, have conveniently forgotten this over the chase of trophies and money. Obviously, I'm a realist. I know you have to win, but how we do things is important to me. I suppose I grew up with lots of mediocre Spurs teams, although there were a couple of trophies in there. But it was never just about winning for me, otherwise I wouldn't have been supporting Spurs. Blanchflower's quote also seems relevant today. I suppose if you're going to play boring football, you've got to win, and we're not winning at the moment. In these diary videos, I will aim to talk to you about tactics and Spurs views and issues. I'll try to be as positive as I can, though I am a Spurs supporter, and aim not to cause offence. I have only recently, unbelievably, succumbed to the lure of Spurs podcasts and YouTube videos. So as with the many websites that regurgitate Spurs gossip, my views and the views of a fellow Spurs friend will be here, but also views I have heard along the way. I will try to credit these when they come up. Podcasts and videos I generally listen and watch are Alistair Gold on YouTube, The View from the Lane with Danny Kelly and the Athletics reporters, Talking Tottenham with Ryan Taylor and Alistair Gold, The Tottenham Way with Marcus Buckland and reporters, and Last Word on Spurs with Ricky Sachs and guests. We'll start off in our videos with a preview for Burnley away. For more previews, reviews and thoughts, visit deartottenhamhotspur.co.uk. Yours sincerely and faithfully, come on you Spurs!